where it was like a video of a guy driving by the fields, and there was just these dead cows everywhere. It was so crazy looking. Hello everyone, welcome back. So today it'll probably just be a shorter video because I just have a lot of work to do right now, unless something crazy happens. And I saw a video today by Alaskan Prepper, which I'll link his channel. And I want to talk about the same thing because it's again an Ohio thing, and like I said, I like to talk about stuff that's happening here, because I will say I keep seeing, most of the stuff it's kind of like worldwide or country specific or maybe another state, which to me matters, but I know a lot of people like the more local kind of thing. And Ohio, I wasn't seeing as much from Ohio until literally like this month. So I don't know if it's just because I'm noticing it more or what, but I mean, I knew it had to be happening here. I just wasn't seeing stories being talked about. So when I see something, I like to talk about it, and of course he did an excellent job talking about it, so it's kind of like the same thing, but it's from on TikTok. An Ohio farmer has been talking about what's really going on, and so there's an article on it, which I'll link, and she kind of went, I mean, not like viral. I looked at the video, and it's not like it has millions of views. It's about 245,000 or something like that, which is still a lot. So, obviously people are going to start noticing more. And, okay, so this article, I'm just going to read a little bit, says, last week we noted how U.S. farmer sentiment plummeted in May, as producers have become anxious about the farm's financial health, which of course, all of this is hurting all farming, and this, the weather's just going to be even worse on it coming, in the next years and stuff. And, but like, smaller farms have it worse, and I'm not sure how they're going to survive. I mean, I am really worried about it because they're already barely hanging on. And, I don't know how it's going to happen. And I mentioned in a previous video, I don't remember which one, but I looked into just around me how much it would cost and how much room I need in a freezer to buy like half a cow or quarter cow or something like that. And when I looked around, there's not too many places that do that around me. But when I looked, they were sold out already for the whole year. Like, they don't have any more cows to sell. So, and that was in April, I think I looked, or May, maybe the beginning of May, but they had been sold out. I don't know how long, but on their website, they talked about it, and they said, you can contact them, and they said they would try to possibly point you in another direction of where you could get something like that, at another place. But what I found was it's just all sold out. So maybe like across the state, or maybe in Indiana. I'm not too far from Indiana, or like one of the other surrounding states. I don't know. But it was interesting to realize that they were already out for the year, and I don't know enough about cows, so I don't know when they have babies and when they can, when they would have more cows and everything. They said until next year. I assume, babies are probably born around springtime, for cows too, but, I don't really know. And obviously you're not buying veal, you're buying an actual grown cow, but they need to have so many cows to keep, producing more cows. So, they only have so many per year, and it's just, the price is going to go up even more, which is, I assume, why they're already out, because people were already stocking up, buying ahead of time. They saw the prices, they just got there before I ever even thought to look for it, Okay, so this says, according to the monthly survey by Purdue University /CME Group, the rapid rise in production costs and uncertainty regarding the direction of input prices have been important contributors to the drop in sentiment. About 44% of farmers, according to the monthly survey, cited input costs as their biggest concern for the coming year. according to the Epoch Times. In fact, 60% of farmers predict farm input prices to be at least 30% higher this year compared to 2021. To that end, Ohio farmer, this lady, Holly Wheelnew? Don't know how to say her last name, took to TikTok 2 weeks ago in a now viral video to explain how farmers are suffering under inflated input costs, which is going to send the price of food much higher than it is right now. I'm going to link her video too in the description, and I would suggest watching it. It's really short, it's TikTok, so very short. But basically she said, there are things that we have to buy. She says, adding, there's something we have to buy that 2 years ago cost us $24. Last year was $46. This year it is costing us $96. That is ridiculous. From $24 in 2020 to $96 in 2022. And that's one thing, and that's not gas, I am sure. I'm sure it's probably more something like food or something, because I've heard like the feed for animals is just skyrocketing. Please understand food prices are going to go up. You want to act like that's the farmer's fault. It's not the farmer's fault. We are barely making it to grow the stuff so you guys are able to get it August, September, October. Guys, this is not going away. Stop sticking your head in the sand and thinking, oh, it's going to be okay. It's not going to be okay. And then she also mentioned, relayed a story about another farmer who was unable to lock in diesel pricing for this fall and was told that it was because of uncertainty amid rapid rising diesel costs. That alone, guys, is what she says, to fill the tractors and the equipment needed to get the product out of the field is going to be astronomically bad all the way around. She said, adding, so understand people are like, oh, plan ahead. We're trying. They're not letting us. It's real and going to get way realer. Diesel is projected to be $9 to $10 plus a gallon for the fall, which is just crazy because she's talking here in Ohio. And I want to tell you, so in Ohio right now, at least where I am in Ohio, I'm sure in the bigger city like Columbus and stuff, it is probably more. But where I am in a smaller kind of area, well, in 1 week, a few weeks ago, again, I mentioned this in another video. I don't know what happened, but a few weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, gas was $4.79. The very next day, it was a Sunday. It was $4.79. On the next Monday, so this was about 2 weeks ago, 2 Mondays ago or so, $4.79 to $5.09 in 1 day. It was crazy. It's been the same. I can still get it yesterday when I was out, I didn't get any of it. Yesterday I still saw most places still had, the very lowest unleaded gas at $5.09. Diesel is more, I cannot remember off the top of my head how much diesel has been. It's been varying, but I think it's like $5.99 or something like that. It's like, it usually runs close to $1, but not quite $1 ahead. But I could be a little off on that right now. I'm not exactly sure where diesel was, but I have seen $6.09, and I think that was diesel at one point. I just don't think it's sitting there. I think it's been kind of fluctuating. Clearly, it's going to keep going up. I was thinking probably here, I'm guessing, will be like probably around 8 or so, I'm guessing, by the end of the year. And she had also said in her TikTok that a cattle farmer who has 50 head of cattle is spending $8,000 a month to feed his cows. I mean, not to feed, sorry, to care for his cows. So it costs to keep them alive. $8,000 a month for 50. That's it. Like, I don't know. I don't know what it used to be. She doesn't reference that, but that sure does seem like a lot. I'm like trying to add that up. Like when you buy a cow and how much they charge you, like that's going to go up a lot. Like if that's the case here everywhere in Ohio, like, whoa. Next year's buying half a cow or something is going to be like double the price or something, I think, because that's just, whew. So, the last thing is really about cows, and you might have seen it around too in other channels, but in Kansas, they had a ton of cows die. It's possibly up to 10,000. I don't know. Like they're still counting as far as I know. It hasn't, I saw it yesterday. I haven't checked this morning, so I don't know yet whether that's, official yet. Some are saying it was a lot of mixed stories. Like there was like 400, then it was like some guy said I have all 3,000 of my cows died, and then someone was saying it could be up to 10,000 cows. They're saying right now there's a lot of people online saying it's from heat stroke or something, like the heat killed them. And it might have. They were black cows. There wasn't a lot of shade when you see like the videos and stuff. If I can find the link, I'll link it, where it was like a video of a guy driving by the fields and there was just these dead cows everywhere. It was so crazy looking. It was just so sad to see. I mean, just so many cows just dead. I mean, just field of cows just dead. It was so crazy. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.